Koski reports!
Greetings, Echo Cluster. This is Commander Koski reporting live from the Megarena. 10 turns to go, Megarena action, and I'm trying to increase the pace, increase technology, and increase power. This turn I'm trying some Borg augmentations, which I hope will result in better voice quality throughout this video. Before I get that new microphone, I think the collective can help me. But on this turn we have some nice set of combats. Planet Lord took a marginal victory from Supersmith. Marginal in the sense that yes, he lost the Virgo, but he destroyed 3 jackers. And as the jackers were not facing the soldier that finally took out the very damaged Virgo after fighting 3 jackers, the starbase had no problem in getting rid of this soldier. Just take a look, it couldn't do anything, not even shoot a single torpedo against that starbase. So, although Planet Lord lost that Virgo, he was able to destroy 4 Wasp ships, so it was, and of course, keep his starbase, so that was a marginal victory. Another marginal victory is Fogger is having a lot of fighting here, defending his stronghold in the X Black Lungs territory. There it seems that Charrick has been going around with a Virgo, but Forger's counterattack is very successful. He's able to not only destroy the Cobble that was perhaps towing this Virgo over here, but also take out the Virgo with by just losing that 1 T-Rex. This is, here you can see how excellent use of a Kitty Hawk. That was a very nicely done combat by Fogger. Then also here Psydev keeps on taking planets, which is very bad for me. The Thor class heavy frigate has been proven in this game to be an extremely good ship. Here it has taken obviously a mine hit, lots of damage, but because of the Fed crew bonus it still has some shields. And here Psydev is taking more and more of these planets. And the bad thing there is that he's soon, I'm afraid he's going to go past me in the scoreboard. And when we talk about the scoreboard, we have a news item there. As I was afraid would happen, Robotic Joshua went past Sovereign this turn and is now 3rd in this game. And that was a great timing, because now we could discuss a bit about what is the robots like on the Megarena. Well, they are excellent race. They are perhaps one of the best race. You see, they've been buffed so much that now the robots are the race where you can have the cake and eat it too. It's possible when you are a robot, even though you don't have a mouth. You see, they have now, in their ship list they had the Cat's Paw, which is excellent ship for Tech 1 ship, but then there's a wide gap of anything of useful to build, and then there's the instrumentality that costs huge amount of uranium. But now they have the Cybernaut Light ship, and Joshua has been building lots of those Cybernaut Light ships, and they are excellent ships. For their mineral costs is very small. They have only 3 engines, and they are still strong enough to be able to be great towers, for example for golems and automas with multiple engines. They can tow those and still withstand some attacks from pesky cloakers, and they can also take over some planets if needed. So they are like a missing link from the robotic ship list, and now they have it. And it's great. Also, the minefields that the robots have, they are now hardened, so they are very good. They can't be fighter swept, so they are extremely useful for every cooperative coalition, because as webs don't work as a coalition tool anymore, now hardened and dense minefields do the trick. As I mentioned earlier in a game, these dense minefields actually work as webs because they will have higher probability you have a higher probability to hit a mine, so even heavier ships need to move slowly there. They can't just run through it or they face danger of being destroyed. And they are very slow to sweep. So it basically turns them into webs. So they have very good ships, they've got offensive power, and they've got high survivability, they've got defensive power. They can protect their planets with minefields and use their ships to attack new planets. So when other races have this problem, like the privateers has the problem that, okay, they can get fast to planets, but after they've gotten planets, how can they defend them? Well, the robots have the minefields to defend. They don't need their ships to stay there. And for Megarena, the robots are an excellent race. Because if we think about, they've got tools to get priority points from combat. The visibility of starbases helps them a lot. They don't need to scout or waste ships to starbases because they can go just to the planets. And their problem, of course, has been the fuel for the robots. But here everything is nearby, or you can use wormholes or pick up some fuel from debris disks, which are also plentiful in here. And they are an anti-Horvasp race, because a cloaked robot ship can't be sensed by the Horvasps. So they are very useful all around on the Megarena, and one of the best races, if not the best race. I would not be bold enough to say that they are the best race of Megarena, but let's see in a later episode when I go through the races. After I've done these analyses from all, I will make the final ranking of races for Megarena, and let's see how the robots will end up there. But until then, remember, have fun, and resistance is futile.
Planet extravaganza, Commander Koski reports. Planet extravaganza, Commander Koski reports.